Keir Starmer faces tough Brexit question from voter during live Q&A. His response sparks debate. During a recent town hall-style Q&A session hosted by a regional broadcaster in the Midlands, Labour leader Keir Starmer faced an unexpectedly sharp challenge from a Brexit voter, and the moment has since sparked intense discussion online and in the media. The voter's question was clear, passionate, and pointed, raising concerns over Starmer's post-Brexit position and whether the Labour Party is truly listening to those who voted to leave the European Union. The brief yet powerful exchange, which lasted just under a minute, showcased the continued tension between political leadership and working-class Brexit voters who feel ignored, misunderstood, or betrayed by Westminster's political elites. The session, held as part of Labour's Listening to Britain campaign, invited local residents to voice their concerns directly to the party leader. Starmer, who was taking unscripted questions from the floor, appeared composed and confident until one man stood up and addressed him with unflinching honesty. "I voted for Brexit because I wanted my country to decide its own future," the voter began. "But every time you talk about Brexit, it sounds like you're apologizing for it. Are you actually going to respect the vote, or is Labour just trying to reverse it through the back door?" The room fell momentarily silent as attendees waited for Starmer's reply. Visibly measured, he responded by reaffirming that a Labour government would not seek to reverse Brexit, but instead focus on making it work better for the country. "We're not rejoining the EU," Starmer said, "but we will work to improve trade agreements and fix the damage done by the Conservatives' bad deal." Clips of the exchange quickly circulated on social media, with many users, particularly from Brexit-leaning communities, praising the voter's directness and questioning whether Starmer's response went far enough. To them, the question symbolized broader dissatisfaction with what they view as a lack of commitment to Brexit's original purpose: national control, tighter borders, and economic independence. Others defended Starmer's position, noting that while Labour was initially opposed to leaving the EU, the party has since accepted the referendum result and is now focused on navigating the post-Brexit landscape rather than revisiting old divisions. Political analyst Claire Jennings told a local station, "This wasn't a confrontation as much as it was a reflection of ongoing uncertainty. Starmer is trying to appeal to both Remain-leaning urban voters and Leave-supporting constituencies in the Red Wall." Moments like this show how tricky that balance still is. Since taking over Labour's leadership, Keir Starmer has walked a political tightrope. He has repeatedly stated that a future Labour government would not rejoin the EU, the single market, or the customs union. Yet many voters remain skeptical of his sincerity, pointing to his prior support for a second referendum during the Brexit negotiations. Within Labour ranks, there is a clear push to shift the narrative. The party has started talking more about domestic policy, economic growth, and rebuilding industry, all while downplaying past internal divisions over Brexit. But as this exchange showed, some voters aren't ready to move on without reassurance. "It's not just about leaving the EU," said Jane M., a small business owner who watched the town hall online. "It's about whether any party truly respects what the people voted for. We don't want a watered-down version." In the hours after the event, news outlets and commentators from across the political spectrum weighed in. Some argued the voters' question exposed a vulnerability in Starmer's messaging, a lingering perception that Labour is still disconnected from working-class, pro-Leave communities. Others suggested the encounter was actually a positive sign. Starmer faced tough questions and responded calmly, without dodging or resorting to slogans. "You want to see leaders engage with real people, not just party activists," said one BBC commentator. "It might have been uncomfortable, but that's democracy at its best." More than 7 years after the referendum, Brexit continues to shape political discourse in the UK. For many voters, especially in areas that swung Conservative in 2019, trust in Labour remains fragile. Keir Starmer's performance in moments like this could prove decisive in rebuilding that trust ahead of the next general election. The exchange serves as a reminder that Brexit is more than a policy issue; it's an emotional and identity-driven matter for many citizens. Any party that hopes to govern must be able to address those sentiments with clarity and authenticity. This wasn't a dramatic takedown or a scripted media moment, it was an example of a real voter challenging a national leader face to face. Whether you agree with Starmer's response or not, the interaction highlights the importance of political accountability and the power of direct civic engagement. What do you think of Keir Starmer's answer? Do you believe political leaders are truly listening to Brexit voters? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our in-depth political coverage from across the UK.